if we think in the big picture, but briefly, what will be the solution for Lebanon going forward in order to avoid becoming more of a failed state?
Yeah, that's a tricky question now. I think the best solution in a rational, realistic vision, let's say that I'm not seeing big changes happening on the street. Maybe in the next elections. So within 2 years, in 2022, in spring 2022, will be held the next parliamentary elections, and at this point, there might be, or there must be some change, some real change. But you will say that that's very far, and until then, maybe the country will go. What can happen actually now, and the first thing is the most important thing. The government started to negotiate with the IMF to get some money to relaunch the economy. But the problem is that these are always stopped because of the bankers' lobby, for example, now, the politicians and their interests. They are always trying to negotiate in a very street-like or bazaar-like way with the IMF. And the IMF, they are professionals. They won't give you money until you do reforms. And they are trying to trick the IMF. So now these are stopped a bit, these negotiations. I guess because of this explosion now, maybe the situation will change a bit, and they'll be forced to go to the IMF in different ways and with them. I know that the IMF usually have a very bad neoliberal capitalistic image in the world, and you will say, why the IMF? It's not the best solution. And this is the perception of most of the Lebanese. Imagine how bad the situation is. Most of Lebanese prefer and are begging the IMF to come because they are still better than the actual political elite in Lebanon nowadays.
Yeah. This is a lot. But what about the focus on Lebanon these days? There's a lot of organizations collecting money now. The focus is really on Lebanon. Do you think another way to help Lebanese people and to help the economy would be with the donations from abroad? And what is the best way to help right now as an outsider, not living in Lebanon?
In my opinion, the best way is to really help the local actors, the small NGOs that are on the field working now. Of course, you have three big issues now. The first one was the emergency, the sanitarian emergency. So